Sorry I'm late, guys. I was just putting my son to bed.
Well, we are waiting on a couple of the raid clans still, but don't let it happen again.
And just making sure you've upgraded Horrific Cleave. We need you to activate that every 3.2 seconds across the 6-hour raid.
6-hour raid?
Yeah, man. Darkstone depths can be anywhere from like 6 to 8 hours, depending on how well we do.
Oh, whoa, no, I promised my wife I was going to watch a movie
Yeah,
with
no, you should cancel that. It's not going to happen. Hey, really quick, can you get those wipe stats from you?
Yeah, whatever. I just want the Shoulders of Strife from the Crusher, so as long as we get that far.
No, according to the loot schedule, the Shoulders of Strife were claimed by Alex if they drops.
You loot steal me, bro. I will you up.
Yeah, okay, man, chill.
He'll f you up.
He will f you up. Have you even seen the loot schedule?
Nah, man, I've been working all day. I'm tired. I just want to chill and play some games.
Rowan, this is important work we're doing here. You have an important job.
This is a big deal. You're just gonna work hard for it.
Okay. I'm sorry. Jeez, why do I even play this game?
Sorry, what was that?
Nothing. Super excited about the raid.
Yeah, good.
Good. Now get in that dungeon.
Number 1. Gatekeeping, progression, and social dynamic issues due to raid design.
Legion raids in general, you can still find a party, but they would gatekeep you a lot.
Right.
So when I play on stream, it's obviously a lot easier for me to find a party, but when I play off stream, people don't just want a 5-3. They're looking at like your quality, they're looking at 5-3+1, and this could just be for Belshazzar.
The Jumpstart server? Oh, it's gonna alleviate gatekeeping. Now that's stupid. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of gatekeeping anyway. That's also stupid. You know what? The right thing to do? Just play the goddamn game and try to get a group and then try to find friends and just play the goddamn game instead of sitting yourself and complain like a little kid.
Ah, the fucking artist died. Dude, fucking stupid ass support. Why does he die? Your job is to live, you motherfucker, dude. Your job is to fucking live. My god, fucking supports are so garbage in this game, man. What the fuck's going on? Design your... This is the fucking game's fault, bro.
I don't hate you. Hate cocks. I love... So shut up, bitch! You donkey!
Ever feel like you're spending more time applying for raids than actually playing them? Welcome to the club.
No!
You know the drill. You're all set for a raid, your gear's on point, but you're still not being accepted into a lobby. Maybe because there's someone stronger than you applying. Maybe because people don't trust you because you don't have the title. Maybe because they don't need any other DPS and are waiting for support. You spent minutes, hours, and finally got accepted into a lobby. But then bam, your party drops the ball. There's an imposter. Everybody disbanded, and you're back to square one, trudging through the mire of the party finder simulator.
The way the mechanics work, I think it's going to make fucking the animalistic urge to gatekeep each other just insurmountable compared to every other piece of content we ever had. But what's happening recently is I don't actually play the game. I sit in this. I'll not spend time with my fiance to get on the game and spend, you know, if I am lucky, half an hour, but usually over an hour looking for support, trying to join a lobby that has a support, whatever the fuck it is impossible to find support. I sit in lobby jail perma. But the difference is that when I'm not streaming, it's starting to feel like I'm just rotting away and wasting my free time. I don't want to feel that way anymore. I don't want to feel like I'm rotting away and wasting my free time because I want to play the game, but I literally cannot. And I feel like I need to start valuing my own time more, especially since, like, realistically, they haven't even spoken about this. And this is kind of a thing I didn't like about Loan, is they really didn't cover anything when it comes to like lobby jails and shit like that.
Now imagine waiting so long, then after that you get a support. The support makes mistakes, your raid wipes, and then we quit, and then we had to wait more hours to get another support. There were a lot of things that you can do outside Lost Ark. You can tend to your garden, you can play with your pet, you can visit your friends. But what are you doing instead? You're waiting for a support to enter your raid group. Imagine that.
Or worse, you got jailed and now have to pray for the god of luck you're gonna be able to find 7 other people who got jailed in the same gate, and who's not an imposter.
Lost Ark is all about like how much do you get fucked by the party. So whether it's through gatekeeping, getting jailed, and everything basically.
It's a tale as old as time, or at least as old as Lost Ark. New players hit a wall, Because they're locked out by the old guard.
Because like what would a new player like George would think if like let's say they open a party finder, they see buses and they see reclear party. When they apply to reclear party, they get kicked. So what do? You pay someone to play the game for you. You buy the bus. So you're not even playing the game then if that is the case. Then people quit. And you wonder why. People like don't even reach like anywhere. Because there's no point, man. Okay, because you're not even playing the game. Okay, you pay someone to play it for you.
And let's be real, it's not entirely on the veterans. No one wants to be shackled to a newbie's learning curve in high-stakes raids.
Because the game promotes it. Why? The Legion raids are so difficult, nobody wants to spend time repeatedly playing the same gate, wiping on the same mechanic because someone new makes a mistake, they didn't learn the raid mechanics properly. So people will only play with those they know and those that are beefed.
And then there's the Legion raid, the crown jewel of frustration. It's tough as nails and time-gated. Smilegate dangle a carrot with a limit of 6 gold-earning characters, incentivizing players to hit the 18 raid limit. But here's the kicker. If you're not grinding on all 6 characters, you might as well be throwing money into the wind, thanks to an economy balanced on the backs of the most hardcore players.
Where most players feel pressure to do 18 weekly raids to make gold, which causes burnout. Otherwise they can't progress their main character. Related to this is that there isn't enough high-engaging endgame content other than raids that are fun and can make gold.
What's the point of making it 6? The point, like, you made it 6, right? Then some people have to make 6 now because there is the limit of 6. That's the problem. So if you limit it to 3, then now you have to make 3 or 4, whatever it is basically.
Worse still, you can get thrown in the clink for someone else's blunder. There goes your gold, and good luck finding an unjail party. It's a harsh penalty for a crime you didn't commit. Hey, Smilegate, here's a thought. Maybe don't make us fill all 8 slots in the party to progress. Just a temporary fix to save us from the time sinkhole you've crafted. There have been sentiments that gatekeeping is a player culture issue.
So shut up, bitch!
In my opinion, that's absolutely stupid.
Anything that the players do is because the developer allows them to do it. And the developer has created the world in which that action occurs. Any bad action that a player takes inside of a game is the result of a developer.
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash.
Tell that to the developer. Don't tell it to me. What am I gonna do? Am I Jesus? Can I fix it? No, you tell that to the developer. Why did they design the system like this? I wasn't the one that was doing it.
And don't get me started on the proposed solo mode. From what Gold Rivers let slip, it sounds like a glorified triction with a pat on the back and a better luck next time. We've got a literal party practice mode named Rehearsal Gathering Dust because it misses the point.
I think a lot of times the developers don't understand what the problem is. That's it. And they don't know where the problem comes from.
Solo training options right here, then by default, everybody should be gods at Procel except supports, and everybody should never fuck up Mario. Because the system is there. So surely everyone practice it, right? So, but what's the reality? The reality is that like everyone sucks dick. Because like they don't even use it. So you can make solo training option for Vault and Vicus and everything all the way to Taymine and they won't try it. They won't, and they'll still jail you anyway in the end. I mean, some of you will try it, yeah, probably, but you're like a small minority, fraction of a fraction, that actually like tries to get better.
Smilegate seems to think a solo mode is the golden solution. Ah, the irony. They claim it's a practice ground, a sanctuary for learning the ropes. Yet, it feels like they missed the memo on why players are screaming for a solo mode in the first place. The disconnect deepens between players and developers. See, players want solo mode not as a glorified triction practice, but as an escape from the lobby simulator and gatekeeping nightmare. Solo mode is the sought-after refuge from the tyranny of perfect execution for every single raid mechanic with random strangers.
Not gonna lie though, as cool as Lost Ark's Legion raids are, it does give me massive anxiety reading through so many complex mechanics, and knowing that one person can wipe the entire group.
And let's not pretend it's only the newbies banging on the solo mode door. It's the veterans, worn out and yearning for a breath of fresh air. Because let's face it, Lost Ark in its current state doesn't have many newbies, and newbies doesn't know enough about the game to voice their demand about the practice solo mode Legion raid. The very essence of solo mode is misconceived. It's not just about the newbies trying to learn the raid, it's also about the veterans, fatigued and burnt out, yearning for an escape.
And soon, I guess in the future, they will gatekeep that as well. 1660 Taymine. Because you're expected to be 1640 with like 20 level advanced honing or something like that. So
Legion raids, designed to be the pinnacle of challenge, have inadvertently become a source of frustration and social turmoil. A glorious design that requires precision, coordination, and a healthy dose of mental gymnastics. What could go wrong, you ask? Well, grab your notepads because apparently it's homework time.
I will read to you guys a full list of things that you have to do, okay?
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
I'm so glad to see it fucking up in Korea too. Because now at least the people over in Korea can't be on copium and just be like, oh, the Western players just don't like working. Bro, you guys fucking hate it too. See, this is what I told you.
These raids have become the dreaded homework of Lost Ark players. Mental rush, frustration, and the term homework plastered on lobbies. The consequence of the perpetual race to complete 18 raids weekly for gold. Doing 18 raids a week for that sweet gold feels less like a game and more like a race against time. The rush is real, and it's turning our digital playground into a stress-fueled classroom.
In Lost Ark, there's a lot of gatekeeping because, well, as we just talked about, there's a million different dailies and weeklies that you have to do on multiple characters, by the way, which means you want to get this shit done as fast as possible. And that just breeds gatekeeping because people want to get it done fast, so they just want to get people in that know what they're doing. Makes sense, so they don't waste time, right?
Why, you ask? Well, because nothing says fun like feeling perpetually rushed, right?
Legion raids in general, you can still find a party, but they would gatekeep you a lot.
Right.
So when I play on stream, it's obviously a lot easier for me to find a party, but when I play off stream, people don't just want a 5-3. They're looking at like your quality, they're looking at 5-3+1, and this could just be for Belshazzar.
Lobby names like Homework have become the battle cries of those shackled by the urgency of Legion raids. The essence of these raids is lost when players find themselves yearning for an escape, a pace of their own. Gatekeeping runs rampant, and the fear of being jailed lurks in the shadows. Why? Because one slip up from any party member means everyone pays the price.
It just comes from a different issue. Gatekeeping literally comes from people just wanting to finish all of their shit and not having the time to waste their time with people that don't know how to do the raids, and that's what ends up happening.
16-man raid.
16인 레이드.
I don't want no 16-man raid, Mr. Director. It's so hard to get 8 people, man. I don't want no 16-man raid. Dude, 16-man raid, one person died, reset. Oh my.
The design punishing the entire party for one misstep becomes a double-edged sword. A grand design, indeed. Fun if you're on a voice chat with your best buddies. Not so much if you're stuck with random players.
I feel like a lot of people have raid anxiety in general, man. I really do believe that. A lot of people have raid anxiety.
So you play games to release stress, right? You play games to, after 9 to 5 hours grind, you're coming with already a dead brain, and you have to perform those daily activities. You have to perform your weekly raids on 6 characters as well, by the way. And now imagine the amount of stress that this game was putting on.
Now let's take a moment to appreciate Vulcan Gate 2, the unsung hero of well-designed boss encounters. Why is Vulcan celebrated? It stands as a testament to simplicity. No gimmicks, no typing tests, little punishment for other people's mistakes, just a raw focus on the player's power and skill. A breath of fresh air in a world drowning in typing tests, orbs, and osu.
Because Vulcan, for me, think about it like this, right? Vulcan, in my opinion, I've played many ARPGs. From an isometric ARPG perspective, Vulcan Gate 2 is the best boss encounter I have ever played against, and I don't think that there is anything that is even remotely close. Searing Exarch is a distant second. It was incredible. It was so well designed, it was so well tuned, it was just fucking amazing.
If you notice, players are generally much more sociable, chatting, bantering and joking with each other during open-world contents like World Boss or Chaos Gate, when players are not stressed out. In opposed Legion raids, silent or erupting into chaos when mistakes are made. Even the suggestion from seasoned streamers, telling players to find a group of friends to escape gatekeeping, falls flat. The time constraints imposed by raid schedules and the RNG of the honing system renders this not a viable solution to this issue.
A lot of people left NA. I always thought, you know, in general, to me at least, Korean games are usually more grindy. So when you take Lost Ark and you put it in NA, everyone's gonna think, hey, I'm just gonna play this on my free time. I'm gonna have a great time with my friends raiding. And then they get into the game not realizing how hard honing can be, keeping up with materials, figuring out 7 people's other like schedules and stuff just to do one raid once a month, multiple times. People see other players just like another name to fill their raid.
Right.
They don't really see them as a real person who might have a 9-to-5 job.
And players are very less likely to make friends when they are always in a mental rush to complete all of their raids. The way this is designed, players are essentially incentivized to make friends to avoid the punishment of gatekeeping or getting jailed by inexperienced player. This is essentially not making friends, but making a static, and once a player in the static gets burned out and quit the game, they would need to find another player to fill the vacancy. This is a design that coerces friendships for survival, not genuine connections.
They should like bring up a solution that can cover the pug enjoyers. Pug should be prioritized.
It's so sweaty that like some people wanna sweat more, some people think it's too sweaty. So they have a difference of opinion over there. So they split up. The thing is like when they split up, they're not just like, alright guys, I can't do this, so we'll have to sweat. No, they fight, obviously. There's a lot of like internal fighting. So yeah, Famine severs friendship everywhere. But yeah, it's not static breaker anymore, it's friendship breaker.
The number one thing people are the most jealous about in Lost Ark is not gold or Aster weapon. It's about having 8 friends to play with every week.
Can't
That
buy
is
friends.
The hardest thing in Lost Ark. Friendship can beat everything. Hell mode, all of that can be beaten if you have
the power of friendship.
Committed, like-minded players. That is what Lost Ark is about. Friendship.
Well, help
People
us
lose
make
sight of this,
friends,
and
motherfucker. Then why don't you help us make some goddamn friends, son, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, you make it, okay, you want me to make some friends? Stop making everything in the game fucking alt-cube fucking party simulator then. Like,
Because why does it have to be like that, right? Okay, why do you have to go into a Discord to be able to find a party? So, yeah, well, there's something wrong with the game design, of course, but
Especially when a lot of people they don't wanna do learning parties either. So no one's really helping new players learn how to do the new raids because there's no incentive, which I think there should be. Nobody wants to take more time that is needed to clear the raid.
Right.
So if
they want to be done with their shit.
Exactly, because there are so many ults that you have to play. If people think, oh, you re-clear one time, re-clear the second time, someone's always going to be like, all right, I'm out. It's very, very, like, the slim margin for error for new players, and that stresses them out.
As the cycle repeats, doing the same Legion raid a million times with the expectation of flawless execution alongside strangers, wielding unentrusting rewards. It's a recipe for toxicity and burnout. Lost Ark, from a paradise, has turned into pressure cooker.